hello, and welcome back finally to the Xbox International Podcast. Yes, we are finally back. I'm so hyped up. I'm gonna go crazy tonight with so much stuff to talk about. And speaking of stuff to talk about, hey, we're now on what? Episode what? 95 is it Sourblow? We're in episode 95. Yes, we're now finally on episode 95. Let's go. Let's go. Almost 5 more to 100. Yoo-hoo. But anyways, let's get the show on the road and let's start with the handsome fellow Sourblow. Tell me, how are you doing, sir? And what have you been playing?
Oh man, I'm doing great. It's a pleasure being here again with you guys. And I played a bunch of games. I finally beat Alan Wake, which I kind of felt like I really didn't beat anything after I beat it. I'll just say that. I also beat Sea of Stars, and currently right now I'm playing Wolfenstein. I'm also playing Lies of P, and I've been playing some Halo Infinite, some Nintendo Switch, some Mario Kart, Mario Party, etc.
Dear
So,
Lord, you sound like a Christmas list.
oh yeah, I've been playing a lot, especially like yeah, I've been playing a lot. There's more games I've played, I just don't remember. But yeah, it's awesome to be here again, and we have a lot of cool things to talk about.
Oh, speaking about being here, look who just joined the economy class, Megalodon Foster.
Hey, thank
Thank
you.
you, brother, for joining the economy
I
class,
was
man, dude.
actually shout out to him. I was playing Halo with him last night
Oh, so wait,
in
so wait,
Chennai.
so wait, 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 wait a minute. So you guys go out there and play Halo, y'all don't invite me?
No, because what happened? We called
No,
your
no, 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 no,
wife,
wait, no, no,
and
no,
she
no,
she said
no,
she
no.
said you were on timeout. So
No, 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 no. Don't come up with excuses. No, no, no. But anyways, Silent Cypher, our handsome captain who finally came back to us because he had a very busy winter. How are you doing, sir? And what have you been playing?
Oh man, I'm doing good. Crazy. It's good to be back. I feel like it's been a long time. It's been a while. Um, so it's been a moment. It's good to be back with you guys. Fortunately, I got rid of one of the Christmas gifts I didn't ask for this year, which was a head cold. I'm still getting over it, but I'm feeling better. So hopefully I don't sound awful. My apologies to you folks in the chat. If I do, bear with me for maybe a week or two. But dude, what have I been playing? You know what? I feel like I'm an old man right now. I almost forgot everything that I have been playing recently just cuz like for the last couple days I haven't touched much of anything. However, this weekend my son and I ended up playing a bunch of those recharged games from Atari. So, we ended up playing Centipede, Yars, Missile Command, Gravatar, Berserk, um, so we were kind of all over the place on some of the retro stuff. And then I've been playing a ton of Hitman 3 again. I've been going through doing a bunch of the missions on there. That's been a lot of fun. It's been too long, I feel like. Like I played a ton of it when it first came out and then I kind of dropped off for a bit.
how
Well,
does it feel playing with your own character?
it's it's like the nicest form of flattery when I look on the screen. I'm like, that's like me if I could lose 30 or 40 pounds and not look as much of a goof. Like I look more like Michael Chiklis than I do like Agent 47 right now because, winter weight and all that fun jazz. Um,
Hibernation.
Hibernation, exactly. Yep. It's not a six pack, it's a keg. Um, but no, I've been playing a ton of that, and then I did dive back into some more Jackbox Party Pack. Been playing some of that. I was doing a little bit of streaming on that going into the holidays. Um, yeah, it's I mean, Sour, like you were saying with like a Christmas list, where Louis was saying you had a full Christmas list of games. I feel like because I haven't been with you guys for a while, I have a Christmas list of games as well.
Hmm.
It's been great. It's a great time to be
we
a
we
gamer.
we're not holding you back, so
Oh, yeah, go ahead. If you
don't
want
try
to
to
say,
make people believe that.
what?
when I played that Nintendo Switch and Halo Infinite and, you know, all
Wait,
those things, man.
wait, what did you say? You play what now? What did he
he,
say?
he, he
I
said
Hey,
didn't play
cut
any of
that.
that.
he played Halo Infinite on his Switch.
On the
Interesting.
Switch.
You got the
Oh,
Switch. You
Spoilers.
switched too.
My
oh,
Switch too. Yeah. I didn't want to
oh,
spoil it for you guys, but I got
oh,
the
crap.
1.5 and it's great.
Oh,
You
crap.
know, it's everything I was hoping for. So,
Oh, crap. We're not
Let me
going to get
see.
the end of this if they hear us talking that we play
yep.
Halo on Nintendo Switch. Oh, man.
Xbox going third
Yep,
party, and it's never been a better time to be an
yep,
Xbox gamer. So,
yep, yep. And speaking about gamers, man, look who just joined us, that very handsome man, Mr. Plume. Welcome back. How are you doing? And what have you been playing, sir?
What's up, everyone? Welcome, or I guess this is the first show this year. So
Yeah.
happy for the first show of 2024. What have I been playing? I've been playing a bunch of stuff, kind of that I've been wanting to check out for a while. Two indie games in particular. I've been playing Roller Drome, which is really fun, really cool game. It's kind of like Tony Hawk, but with rollerblading and guns and people trying to kill you. So but the game, like the way you progress, is exactly the same. But it's awesome. I went through the whole campaign and stuff. Still have some stuff to unlock, but it's a really really fun game. Highly recommend that if you just want to sit down and have some fun. And Solar Ash, which is like another indie um, 3D platformer action game, which is pretty cool too. I'm about, I'd say, halfway through that right now. And then I've been playing some Avatar as well, which may be the best looking game I've seen. I haven't played Alan Wake 2, and I know that looks incredible, but for me, from what I've played so far, Avatar is probably the best looking game I've seen on Xbox, maybe, since it's been out.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, since nobody cares about me and nobody asks
No,
how
no,
I've been
you
doing.
didn't even give a chance. I was
Okay.
just about to ask you
Okay, I know. I
how
just
you
like
been doing. How did you survive the dark presence, and what have you been playing lately?
what's that dark presence, man? What are you talking about? That hell?
You don't know what the
Person?
dark presence is?
it was all
No.
just a blur.
Oh, you're talking about when I disappeared? Oh, all right. Nah, man, I've been doing great, man. I'm just happy that we're finally here. It's been what, 3 crazy weeks, you know? But hey, finally we're back here. Super excited just to go through all the stuff we gotta talk about. And what have I been playing, brother? Man, I've been playing Elden Ring with John, TJ, and Becca, helping them out, get their levels up a bit to go through the game. And yeah, they've been doing great. And I have beaten finally Liza P. My God, I'm finally done with that Liza P. Now I can jump back and play that Robocop. Now I can jump back and play, Alan Wake. And it's gonna see if I get through Star Wars. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. It's been Elden Ring and what else? And Liza P. That's about it. That's about it. That's about it. That's about it. So now, let me go right away before I pitch it to my handsome Captain Fellow, which is back, and do a quick shout out to the chat. Let's start off real quick to Mr. Dark. Hello, hello, you doing, sir? Hey, what's up, Raichi? Hermano Raichi. Hey, Becca Megalodon Foster. Let's keep going down this handsome list. Sickle Shells, what's up, Sickle Shells? Oh, man. Grant Pierce, what's up, Grant? Hello, Grant. It's Timmy. What's up, Timmy? Let me keep going down this awesome list. And here we go with our first $2 super chat. Mr. Dark says, Louis sucks at Liza P. Fake gamer. Why you calling me a fake gamer, man? Why you gotta be like that, man? Why you gotta be like that, man? Seriously, why you gotta come on here and call me a fake gamer? I beat the game. What do you mean? Dear Lord, how am I a fake gamer? Dang. Hey, I even got witnesses there. There's John, TJ, and Becca. They'll tell you I beat the game. They'll tell you straightforward. What's up, Eternal Shaddai, the cheater? Hey, Eternal Shaddai, how you doing, sir? How you doing, sir? And now, wait. Sour, should you go through this itinerary before we set out to the captain? Let our captain go first.
Yeah, I suppose that's first, but
All right, go for
I
it. Give it.
suppose
Go ahead.
someone is not looking at the notes.
You noticed that, right? Sorry about that. I was doing a couple things. Sorry.
So for the flight itinerary, we are going to speak
Busted.
about. We got some changes, as you can see. The layout is a little bit different. Let us know if you guys like it or not. We got the chat right next to us. We got a little layout. We're trying to make the show a little bit more dynamic. So for now, on each episode, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have basically three topics that we're gonna discuss. The first topic we're gonna talk about the whole thing with third-party Xbox games going to other platforms such as Hi-Fi Rush going to Switch. We're gonna talk a little bit about an Xbox. I would say third-party exclusive coming very very soon, which is Power World, and we're gonna talk about the latest news, the developer direct, and to end the show, we got a little surprise. We got something called Tower Control, which we will explain later today. As you can see, also we're shouting out our our channel members. So our first class members, or economy class, business class, etc. I would also like to announce that we are actually streaming in 4 different platforms. So that's something new also. So currently we are in YouTube as usual, but we are also in Facebook. You can find us. You can also find us in Twitch, and you can also find us in Twitter. Now, the best place, of course, to support us is YouTube, because you can come support us, you become a channel member, and help us, continue to uh, bring you more episodes and continue to evolve the show. And the last thing I wanted to announce is that we're going to bring back Community Night. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring it the last Friday of each month. So I would like each and every one of you in the chat to let us know what game would you like us to start with for the first Community Night. So let us know what game. We're going to write them down at the end. The 4 games that receive more votes, we're going to make a poll, and then eventually whatever game wins, that's the game we're going to start with. But Captain, take it away. Let's start this show.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Sour has turned on that subscribe button. Please stow your food and beverages next to your desk, underneath your seat, or in front of you. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt. Also, make sure that you've hit that like button as we take off. We gently remind you that smoking and drinking are not prohibited on this flight. However, saying that you don't care about people that don't subscribe to your content is strictly prohibited.
Oh, damn.
If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight panelists. We'd also like to remind you that this show is sponsored by Dubby. Links below the show. Thank you. Now please sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, before Sorry you take it on, let me go real quick through this super chat from Eternal Shaddai with an awesome $2 super chat. He says, I am retiring from Halo. Too much carrying them.
Let me say something. Hold on.
Go ahead,
Let me jump in. I gotta say
jump in.
something.
Go
Listen,
ahead.
Eternal Shaddai.
Yeah, say it.
Posting, the results when you do better is strictly prohibited in this flight. Also, you gotta post all the games, not just when you do good. All right.
Oh, he's leaving out the duds, huh?
Yeah.
He's a cheater. I'm telling you, he's a cheater.
Remember the other day, Crazy, when
I remember.
he was just posting when he did good.
Yeah, he did good. He's like, oh look, I did this, and he was trolling us on Twitter. But I'm not gonna get into that. Sorry, let's get to the show, because man, if I do get to it, it will probably not take the show. Probably take 2 weeks off the show talking about his cheating. So let's give it a shot. Let's go. Let's get on the go. Let's go.
Okay, so let's start. Let's start with the takeoff. So Xbox game coming to other platforms. So originally we had that, according to Nate the Hate, Critical acclaim Xbox first party games will be coming to competitor platform. We heard all sorts of rumors. I believe the first one was Hi-Fi Rush coming to Nintendo Switch. Then it was that no, it wasn't coming to Switch. It was actually coming to PlayStation. Then we heard Sea of Thieves. Then the rumors just kept coming and going, coming and going. Um, um let me see here. Hold on, where is it? This is a quote from him. He says, "Yeah, Microsoft will be dabbling in bringing first-party games to competitor platform in 2024. At least one game I know of. At least one game I know of. Don't know if there will be additional. Now, the first thing I want to ask you, Lou, is what are your thoughts on first-party games possibly coming to other platforms? What do you think of this idea? Is this good? Is this bad? What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts about this? Sourblow.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. That was the first thing I was gonna say, but you took it from me, man. You took that idea from me, but man, oh man. Wait, wait before we continue. Reaching with the $2 super chat. He says, I want the other platforms to enjoy Redfall.
Oh man.
But wait, Racing,
Oh.
which Redfall? Redfall from the beginning or Redfall after it patched up? Because
No, they get the beginning. They don't get.
Oh, okay. They get the 30
They don't
FPS
get the
version.
updated version.
They get the 30 okay, okay. And then I agree right there. Sourblow. Here's what's funny, right? Whenever there's like not too many news, like bad news about Xbox, right? These rumors start like coming up out of nowhere. You know, they start saying, "Oh, Xbox is going third party. Xbox is becoming Sega," and they start talking about all this mumbo jumbo crap. That's what I feel like it is, just mumbo jumbo crap. Because hey, I saw people on Twitter saying, "I will sell my Xbox." I saw people on Twitter complaining. I saw people on podcasts ranting. I saw people, everybody just got mad about this. Guys, if we have not heard confirmation from the company, if we have not heard the company say something, chill out. Don't let these fanboys come around and troll you with this. Don't let them come around and try to pick you on with this because, hey, let me say something. If that actually happens, if it actually happens, all right, it might be the service games. Why it could be the service games? Why do you ask me? Because maybe it got up to a notch that they need to open up to grow. It could be the service games like Sea of Thieves. It could be what else? State of Decay. I don't know. Any service game that Xbox has, it could be that going over there. It could be that. It could be that because it got stuck to a point and needed to find to grow. But here's where the fans and the Team Green doesn't understand before they get mad. And you all need to understand something. This is how I feel if that happens. Of course, as a fan, would I be a bit mad? I would say yes, because I want Xbox to have its titles. I want Xbox to grow. I want Xbox to be big. But at the end of the day, if a PlayStation fan goes out there and buys a Sea of Thieves, where's that money going to? Microsoft's pocket. And what is that going to help us do? It's going to help us grow to get more content for our platform, guys. That's what it's going to do. At the end of the day, it's going to give us more content to our platform. And hey, it's just a rumor. So stop, being all mad and getting all fussed up about it. Like, oh my God, we got, what's it called? The guy with the guitar? Oh man, I forgot the name. I had it right there. What's the guy, the kid with the guitar? Ah, oh my
Oh yeah,
God.
that guy with the
Fi
guitar.
Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush, thank you. Hi-Fi Rush, yes. We had everybody talking about Hi-Fi Rush coming, and we heard news from Australia from 2022. I'm like, wait, you guys are bringing news from Australia from 2022 and now talking about this? I mean, what? But wait, the game released last year or 2023 release? Yeah, 2023 Shadow dropped and everything, and it's 2-year-old news right now. You guys are talking about this, huh? So at the end of the day, guys, right? Until the company doesn't come out and says something, we can't go off and complain, take shots at them. hey, listen, and if they do, they gotta come out and give us a communication because I understand. Okay, Microsoft does not do good communication; they probably don't. But if they're gonna do this, right? What are we, okay? Let's say they're gonna take CFTs, put it over there. What are we gonna get back to our side of things? You know, that's something that I would ask as an as a member of that community. You know, I would ask, what are they gonna give it back if you're gonna negotiate this? That's something I would ask. But hey, it's all rumors. And like I said, let's wait till the company says something and just relax. We even got the direct developers direct next week, which we're gonna have a lot of fun, and that's gonna be something else we're gonna talk on later during the show. But
But
yeah,
Lou,
just chill. What's up?
you do you think? I know this is all rumors and stuff, but do you really think there's gonna be games from Xbox coming to other platform, or do you just think that's not gonna happen at all?
Do I think it will happen? Here's let's get technical with this, right? So we're seeing that Xbox is forcing the Game Pass pretty much everywhere. They're trying to push this thing everywhere. Let's say not now, probably not now, maybe in the near future, this whole thing becomes like a really powerful app, kind of like Netflix, kind of like Disney Plus, stuff like that, right? And it might, I'm just saying it might become that. That if you're on PlayStation, you see that app, okay, let me open this app and I gotta sign up to play the games on Xbox Game Pass. And here's another thing, guys. PlayStation also said we're trying to reach billions of players. Didn't Jim Ryan say that in one quote too? Pretty much the same quote as Phil Spencer said it. Didn't he say it? He said it once. I mean, if I look out there, I'd probably find that quote. He said, "We're trying to reach millions of players out there." Hey, it seems like these companies are trying to do something, and pretty much in a later on future, as soon as we get the cloud getting better, that's working just 100% straight, that is not lagging and not doing all of these issues, right? It can happen, but later on in the future. I'm not saying right now, but it can. I mean, it can, guys. I'm sorry, but it can. Because listen, gaming has changed from when it started to now. I remember you guys we started with cartridges, then CDs, then we went online to multiplayer. Before we used to call a friend, "Hey, buddy, come to my house. Let me grab a controller, sit with you, and play multiplayer games." Now all we gotta do is sign in and talk to people from another house to yours or from another part of the world. Now, instead of physical CDs, now we're downloading games. Now we can play games on the cloud. I mean, if you guys don't notice, things have been changing since the 2000s came in. So, can it happen in the later on future? It could, but I can't confirm it 100% till the company says, "Hey, we're gonna do this, and how we're gonna do it, and this is how we're gonna do it." That's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So real quick, sorry, let me grab this real quick because Eternal Shaddai posted a $5 super chat. But I'll just say a $5 rant because basically it's a rant that he put it there. It wasn't like a super, yeah, it's a $5 rant. He says, "Myself and Elvio are here to support the channel. We expect Sour and Crazy Louie to do the same for the Xbox International Podcast in Espanol." So did he really just say that?
Busting your balls.
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. Yeah, he is. You know what? I'm about to, man. I'm about to go. He lucky he don't live around here, man. I'm about to go kick his butt.
Him and his bad jokes.
Him and his bad jokes, yeah.
But anyway, Plume, you obviously have covered this in your channel. You've done several videos already, and you know you given your take on this. But what can you like? Do you like? I see a lot of people like that were talking about like how you know they were talking basically very bad about Phil Spencer. They were like crucifying him
Always.
for something that hasn't happened yet. Um, do you think this would be a mistake, or do you think this is inedible and this is just gonna happen anytime, and we should prepare ourselves as Xbox gamer that other platforms will receive some of the Xbox game, like Lou said, maybe some of the live service games. But what is your opinion on all this?
Well, I'm becoming a Nintendo YouTuber because, as you guys can see, I'm wearing my Metroid shirt.
Yeah, I see that.
So, I mean,
Plus, if all the games are coming to the Switch, then
yeah. So I'm
you know.
I'm just gonna become a Nintendo YouTuber because Xbox is going third party and PlayStation has no games. So the only platform right now that is worth covering and worth being a fan of is Nintendo. So I'm just gonna become a Nintendo guy. But no, I like the the thing with Phil, I haven't really seen any of like people outraged at Phil, but I think I agree with what Louis said on this whole thing, where like realistically it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like it's just going to help Xbox make more money and get more money into their ecosystem, which means more games coming to Xbox Game Pass and more content for Xbox gamers. But and the industry is obviously changing, right? Like it's been changing for years now. I've been talking about how it's been changing since like 2020 on my channel, where this console exclusivity thing is dying. And I was pretty blown away about the cost that we saw from the Insomniac leaks and how much it was costing to develop like Spider-Man, like 300 million
Damn.
plus dollars, right? Like there's no way that they're going to be able to sustain that by keeping that game only on console, which is why they're putting it on PC as well, and they're having to make more money that way. Um, but the whole Phil Spencer thing, I can understand people being upset if Hi-Fi Rush were to go onto another platform right now, and that's just because Xbox, if they do that, they have not been clear in their messaging at all for new IPs from Bethesda, because he clearly did say that the new games, it's about bringing new exclusive content or exclusive content to wherever Xbox Game Pass is. And then he also said like legacy stuff is going to still be supported on other platforms, but Hi-Fi Rush is a brand new IP. I don't even really see the benefit of putting that game on other platforms other than the marketing side, where people would see like Xbox if they were to play it on their Switch or play it on their PlayStation. I don't know how many sales they would actually get. I don't think it would move the needle really in any major way on any platform. It's a niche game. It's a smaller game. So I can understand people being kind of confused and being upset at Phil if they do put Hi-Fi Rush, just because of the messaging. So I feel like they just need to be more clear on that. I get he also did say case by case basis and stuff, but like the quote everyone looks at is bringing exclusive content to wherever Game Pass is. But I mean, the end of the day, if you're on Xbox, you're still getting these games on Game Pass. That's the differentiating factor, because you're not paying full price for them if you're subscribed to the service. And somebody sees this game on a PlayStation 5 or Nintendo Switch, and then they see it on Game Pass, they're probably going to be enticed to go and check out the Game Pass service. But yeah, at the end, it's not. It is what it is. Like Sea of Thieves, if that were to go over, it makes sense. Games as a service, multiplayer. It's been out since 2018. Um, yeah, that's kind of my thought on it.
I was gonna say something, but should I say it? It's gonna be a bit spicy.
Sure.
What I can't believe is that a game that's copy paste like Spider Man costs $200 million. Oh, I said it. I said it. I'm sorry, but I had to say it. Copy
Yeah, I
paste.
wonder. I wonder how much of that cost goes into like if they include like all the licensing costs for the Spider-Man
It
IP.
could be.
Probably why it's
The
so high.
But
the
damn.
licensing costs, if I remember correctly, I think I saw something reporting saying that somewhere like 100 million
Yeah.
for the licensing. So
Whoa.
even then though, right, with like a copy paste scenario, where's that 200 mil? Like where's that 200 million worth of investment when it's a copy paste? Like yes, there was new content, but did it warrant $200 million worth? Like
Hmm.
I don't see it personally, but I don't know.
Oh,
I just
remember Silent He flies now. That's why he's a flying spider now.
oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm going to hell. I
Okay,
know. I
well,
know.
well,
Oh, no.
Silent. You and I have been, mentioning in the past that, one of the issues we have had with Xbox is more of the messaging, just like Plume said. Like sometimes, um, they don't come out with the correct messaging, and then when things come out, even though they're not as bad as they may seem, because they didn't use the correct messaging, you know things come out and blow up out of proportion. And of course, we see how media treat Xbox. So do you think this, if this is true and they keep it on the low, is another example of Xbox not doing the correct messaging? And what do you think about all this?
I mean, yeah, let's call it aces, right? Like, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. If it doesn't feel like there's any marketing or any communication, and you're not seeing anything around, it's probably not being well communicated. And that's very much the same situation we run into with Microsoft almost every time one of these occurrences happen. Like, I don't care if it upsets some folks or not, one way or another. Microsoft does not communicate well in general when it comes to any of these things. Like, even in damage control in a situation, they do not communicate these things well. Now, the only time that I think I've seen recently where I can say, okay, at least someone fell on the sword and took the hit for the team because of how things went, I think was when Phil Spencer came out in regards to Redfall. Now, should Redfall have released the way it should have, or they did? No. Did he deserve to come out there and have to take the brunt of that? I don't think it necessarily needed to be him specifically, but I do think that someone had to make that amends, right? Because Redfall was an atrocity when it first came out. Like, it was garbage, and they should not have done that. Like, the game was fun, but it was not anywhere near ready for showtime. And in a situation like this, like, Phil has mentioned in the past that he doesn't like the idea of having to have this conversation every time they, if it'll be exclusive or stuff like that. Well, if you don't like that conversation, nip it in the bud. Like, deal with it right off the bat. As soon as this whole situation went down, they should have just squashed it and said, hey, this is what it is. Whether Xbox fans or Sony fans or whoever liked the feedback, he should have been out there, or someone should have been out there to say, this is what it is. Moving forward, we go. I don't care about the FTC excuses and the fact that they're still, against them and stuff like that. Like, I don't care. If you have an issue, if there's a fire, you need someone over there with an extinguisher putting the fire out. Just letting it sit there and this discourse continue over and over again is a foolish decision, because all it does is makes a bunch of people who have already invested in your ecosystem panic or get frustrated about the fact that they don't know for sure one way or another whether the system that they spent this money for is going to have those games specifically, if it's going to be exclusive, anything of the sort, right? So I think the communication and marketing, like you said, it's the exact same thing over and over again, and they really just need to kind of pull their heads out and deal with it at this point and be more professional about it. Now, I understand that there are people above them that make these decisions as well, so, like, it's crap rolls downhill, right? But at the same time, like, have some common sense when these things happen and approach it as needed. Don't beat around the bush. Just come out and be transparent to whatever extent you can, instead of letting that fire continue on social media. Because you and I saw how many people were in their fills pissing and moaning all week because of all this stuff that was going on. And it was unnecessary. It could have been avoided. In regards to, like, this affecting them, do I think it's a problem? No. And it's just like what you guys were mentioning, right? Is at the end of the day, which company right now is having to shutter a bunch of dev studios to make the financial sense for the company moving forward? Which one is looking at the possibility of diversifying their portfolio, extending their reach with their games, and making more money so they can financially handle and support these games into the future, right? So whether it's on a PlayStation or a PC or whatever, like, I don't care, because ultimately, like you guys said, if it's in Game Pass, I'm playing it for free. If you're paying $70 for it on PlayStation, that's your problem. If you're on Switch and you're paying $70 for it, that's your problem. It's not my problem. It doesn't affect me. I've already got my subscription, and I go where I can play the games.
Damn. Oh, that was harsh. That was harsh, Silent. But here's something I don't get, because you mentioned something about communication, how the fans went out there on Twitter. And you know what I see? I see, as Xbox fans, we're not being as fair as we should be. Because when PlayStation, with everything that happened, did you see the PlayStation fans ask for Sony? What happened to Connie Booth? Did we see them ranting about that? Did we see all those PlayStation fans ranting about that? No, all they did was talk about their numbers. Oh, PlayStation is great no matter what. All they did was defend PlayStation all the way. Did we see when Jim Ryan left and they did not ask, hey, why did he leave? They all stated, oh, he's just retiring. Oh man, I'm still laughing about that. I'm still laughing about that. I am still laughing about that on how they say that. Oh
And
man.
and just to touch on something that Sanchez mentioned, Sanchez Martinez Gaming in the chat, he mentions the fact that Game Pass is bringing in the money, not the Xbox console. And generally, as far as hardware goes, with the exception of some rare occasions, something like the Switch, for example, the hardware is not bringing in the money. The hardware is the loss leader. It's the attachment. It's the attachment rate. It's the accessories. It's all of the other things that you buy in that ecosystem. The games, the skins for games, like the controllers, all those things. That's where they make the majority of their money. Or services like Game Pass. If you don't have those, like if you're just selling consoles, like Sony is right now, that's great. But if you don't have attach rate for that, it's not going to benefit you in the long run, because you're not supporting that ecosystem with stuff that your consumers can actually purchase to keep your longevity, right? Like if you don't have games for people to buy, that's going to affect you in the long run. If you don't have accessories, if you don't have things like that. I'm not saying I want to see more PS5 slim plastic casings though. Like, bring more games. On the PlayStation side, be more transparent about what that roadmap looks like.
Hmm.
Because as of right now, we don't know a lot of what's coming this year or moving forward.
Exactly. That's another thing the fans don't ask about. You know what they'd sit down and say? Oh, well, at least we have the third party exclusives. But where is? I just love when they had that conversation, and I just love it when they threw it at your face and said, where is the quality games you all talked about for many years? Where are your quality games for first party studios? Where is that at? You guys are not asking that question, while everybody always asks Xbox, where is your stuff? Now Xbox is bringing it, right? And they still are not asking PlayStation, where is your stuff? What are they doing? They're shifting the conversation by saying, oh, it's going third party. It's becoming the new Sega. That's what they do.
Moving the goalpost. Moving the
Exactly. Oh
goalpost.
my God. And I just can't believe how people felt for that and just got mad and angry. But I said, guys, I mean, I was like, hold off. Just wait till the company confirms and let's see what their strategy is. Just hold off. And again, this conversation has been repeating itself again and again and again. How many times have I heard this third party thing? I think I heard it like 20 times already throughout this Xbox's lifetime. More than 20 times. I mean, seriously, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah.
But
Anytime.
but anyways, real quick. Giordani Quesada has been a member for 3 months in the economy class. Thank you, Giordani Quesada. And speaking of that, he sends us a $5 super chat saying hi to the crazy one. Big Plume, Sourblow, and Silent Cypher. Feliz Año Nuevo, compadres, which means Happy New Year, comrades. Let's hope the emergency doors don't come off this flight. They won't. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Thank you, Yudani. You are awesome. Real
Dude,
quick. Oh, sorry.
I'll send you a link later, but did you see the breakdown of that whole conversation? there's one. I think it's just a joke, but there's like an entire breakdown of that conversation about that plane. I'll send it later, but it's God. Anyways, continue.
Oh man,
Well,
go ahead,
real,
Sour.
real quick. I was gonna say, so regarding the conversation, actually last Monday, I was in Cowboy channel. So shout out to Cowboy, and he brought in a guest. Well, someone jumped in. His name is TK9. I don't know if you guys heard of him. And he brought in some interesting takes, which I kind of agree with some of the things he said. He said that a lot of Xbox gamers, especially like if you're like an OG Xbox gamer, you going to have to adapt. He didn't say it in these exact words, but kind of what I got off of him is that you're gonna have to adapt. That there's gonna be changes in Xbox. Some of them you might not like, and I do agree with them because the focus on Xbox now is different. It's not the console to the console to console war with PlayStation, because let's be honest, they did lose that last generation, and even Phil Spencer said it. But they came up with a new strategy, and I believe they have a winning strategy with the with Game Pass, the live service, games as a service, and now they can focus with those games as a service and everything they got, and they can also bring us those first party games. So you know if you if you're stuck in like the old Xbox, you might find this troublesome. Some of the things that might happen, but you know overall, I don't got much to actually add on the topic because I do agree with you guys. But before we move on, I'm gonna ask each and everyone, uh, what do you guys think about the topic? Like, is this good for the Xbox brand or is it bad? Is it good for the consumer or is it bad for the consumer? And then last but not least, we always forget, how about the developers? Is this a good thing for the developer or this is a bad thing for the developer? And the question is if they bring Xbox games to other platforms. Let's start with you, Plume.
Okay, what was the first one? Is it good for Xbox brand? It's like good and bad. It's hard to say whether it's good or it's like it's good and bad. Like I would say like more if the games of Xbox games are in more places, then it's good because it's bringing in more money for getting more Xbox games. There's more people playing them. There's more people getting affiliated with the Xbox brand, knowing what games Xbox makes. So it's good in that sense. It's bad for some of the, I guess, goodwill for those core Xbox customers who have been on Xbox since the beginning, and they feel like it's their team losing when the first party games are on a PlayStation. They feel they lose that attachment to the brand. So it's bad for that. And I feel like that's like the juggling act that Xbox needs to keep in mind. Like they're $1 trillion company, and I totally get putting your games everywhere. I'm all for people playing in every place, but they absolutely need to still care about the core brand. And if that means doing things that may not always be in the best interest of the bottom dollar, they have to do that. And they've done that a lot, but they have to continue to do that because they have to definitely keep that goodwill with their core fan base that have supported them from the very beginning. Um, what's the other? What was the one? Is it bad? Is it good or bad
For
for
the consumer, for us.
uh for the consumer? Yeah, I mean, for the general gamer, absolutely, because you're getting to play wherever you want to play. That's always better for the consumer. Exclusivity only benefits the actual company itself, from a business perspective, but for the general gamer out there, yeah, if they're not like just the core fan, yeah, it's definitely better for the consumer.
And
Uh,
for the developers.
no, I feel like developers, the more game platforms they have to put their games on, the harder it is for them to develop. But but then the other side is more people playing their games and they can make more money from their games. So there's that.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, like most developers, at least that I have talked with, they want as much people playing their games and experience their game. So
Yeah. So
I
that's it's good from
I
that
do
side.
feel you
Sure.
there. I do want to add this because you did remind me of something I wanted to say. And regarding the Xbox brand, I do feel that this is the smart thing to do eventually with some of the games, especially like the live service game. I just personally I believe they should wait a bit more, at least a couple of years more, because you have to show your core base that you could, you know, you're going to commit to the promise that you did to them, which was you're gonna bring them a AAA game every quarter, and you know if you kind of are juggling too much with your identity, some people are going to question that, and at the end of the day you don't want to lose your core base because those are your loyal people at the end of the day. Like what happens, because this is a big risk if they do it like right away. This will be a big risk. And what happened if it doesn't pay out, which I think it is going to pay out. But what happened if it doesn't, you know? But Lou,
What's up, buddy?
is this good for the Xbox brand?
Is this good for the Xbox brand that they're gonna make money from the PS fanboys on them wanting those games? But here's something I never got. Didn't they say that those games were bad and didn't have good quality and all this crap? And now they're out there saying, oh, they're coming over here and cheering and taking their clothes off and streaking and going nuts about this. I don't understand, but weren't they bad games though? Now you all want it? What's going on? But again, at the end of the day, if these service games, which I hope is these service games, because for the first party title, Xbox has got, if they actually do this, they gotta keep some stuff to themselves, they gotta keep that to heart. So we Xbox fans can be happy, say, okay, we got this game in here and it's rocking in here with us, for the fans, right? But if they do put those service games at the end of the day, guys, like I said, do not let these fanboys troll you. Do not let them get to you because hey, if they do go over there and they buy it, guess what? Where's that money heading to? Tell them, Sour, tell them, Silent, tell them, Plume, where's it heading to? To Microsoft's pocket. And what happens next? More games for us. More games for us. More games for us. And we get to dance and we get to cheer. That's what we got to be happy about if it actually does happen. Let's wait and see. Remember that. Okay, what was the next question, Sour?
Is it good for the consumer?
Is it good for the consumer? If I'll give you an example. Let's use Halo, right? The main mascot. If they choose to release Halo over there, as a consumer, I wouldn't be happy, right? I wouldn't be happy. Now, let's say
Or
they.
would that be bad for the consumer for you?
I mean, as a consumer, for me, I would be pretty mad because at the end of the day, I want Xbox to have their own thing. I want them to still have their own stuff, so I can be happy cheering for them. Because listen, we have been taking a lot of bullying from the Sony fans. They've like I said, look at all this bullying. Now they started with the third party ambush thing, and everybody's been jumping onto the whole third party thing and trying to make it sound bad instead of
Wait,
saying it. What's up?
you have been being bullied?
All of us, man. Who has not been bullied by a Sony fanboy?
I
Saying that
don't.
we have quality
I
games, we
wouldn't
have the
call
best
I
games
wouldn't call that
here.
bullying because I don't really care what they say.
You
You're
better
not
not
gonna.
go tell your parents about it again.
Yeah. No,
But tell my
I
parents.
can I can say I haven't been bullied at all.
Yeah, I've been bullied, but yeah, a lot of the community has been bullied about that. Them throwing stuff at your face. That's why you saw on Twitter them saying, that Xbox needs to come and answer. But yeah, nobody's asked Sony, why don't you come out and answer what's going on with you guys over there? Nobody's saying that out there. Nobody's asking for that. But every time something about Xbox, they gotta jump them. I don't get it. Why did I?
But that's Louis. That's because they have no
Damn.
games to play. If not,
Oh, okay.
what?
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. But will it be bad for the consumer? Like, for example, if they grab every single title release there, yes, it would be bad. But at the end of the day, right? Like I said, if it's the service games, like Grounded, um, what was it on Sea of Thieves, stuff like that, it's cool. But like you said, Sour, a couple years later, let them have it a couple years later. After you reach that notch where you got to reach, and it's not going up and down anymore, it's just gonna stay there and freeze. And you guys want more people to come play that game? Go ahead, give them that service, give them that game. It's cool because hey, Call of Duty's over there, and guess what? What was the number one game played on PlayStation? What was it? It was Fortnite, and what else? Call of Duty, and there was another one. I forgot which one it is. But hey, Call of Duty's
Crazy,
up
but
there.
don't get me wrong. I don't really care if you know
What?
the games come day one on both platforms. I'm just saying, like, for the brand itself, I think it would be better for them to wait a little bit more for them to kind of show that, they can do it without, putting their games on other platforms. Because
Oh,
that's
listen,
just my thing. But
listen,
for
Sour.
for me as a consumer, I don't really care. All I really care is, I will say this, is that they commit to what they said with Game Pass, that the games will be coming to Game Pass. If the games start not coming to Game Pass, then I will have an issue.
Okay. All right, but real quick, let me do this $2 super chat from Ryu Art. He says Phil should answer every Pony Bot Week Xbox fan rumor. Why? I mean, if Phil did that, I mean, he wouldn't work, man. He wouldn't
He's
work.
being
He wouldn't.
sarcastic. He's
I
being
know, I know he's
sarcastic.
being sarcastic, but if he did that though, he
Just
wouldn't work.
sits there at HQ, and it's just an air of grievances.
Yeah, just typing all there on the
But
keyboard.
I
No,
will say
no, no,
this
no.
though. when, when a rumor like this does
Oh,
pick like a lot of traction, they don't have to come out and, like, respond to it. But there are creative way that you can kind of, like, shut things down, like, and they have been created in the past with some tweets and some stuff
They,
that has shut down some of these rumors right away.
they kind of did it with the developer direct with Aaron Greenberg's tweet.
Yes, exactly.
They kind of did insinuate that. I mean, the rumors for the two games that were mentioned to me are just, it's kind of weird because it's like one game, Hi-Fi Rush, it just to me doesn't make that much sense. And then Sea of Thieves has like 30 million players they announced. So it's like, how many more players are they expecting to get on another platform, and how much does it actually help the game? So it'll be interesting to see if they're actually true at the end
hmm,
of the day.
hmm. And speaking about which, Sanchez Martinez gave me member for 1 month first class. He brings us a good point, and he says Nintendo also to help with ABK deal, but not PlayStation. So should Nintendo be rewarded? That's a good point. That's a good
Yeah,
point right there.
yeah. I mean, that's to that note, right? Like, Nintendo was the homie at that point in time, right? Like they basically held the bag. They're like, "Hey, we got you guys. We're good. We're good. You and me, we're good." While Sony was throwing a bunch of punches, being kind of an ass goblin over there, and just throwing a fit about everything, Nintendo was sitting there. They're like, "No, we're good. You want a 10-year contract? We get Call of Duty for 10 years? Yeah, absolutely. Like, we'll work with you. We have no problem with you." Meanwhile, Sony was throwing a fit every time, right? So you look at it, like, at the end of the day, I mean, we already knew that we already knew that Xbox and Nintendo have good relationship, right? Like, they've worked a lot together. They've had some of their characters in Smash and stuff like that. They're friendly, and they've been able to do stuff together. I think this only helps that relationship moving forward, because, like, they were not the obstacle. Like, they were not the obstacle in this situation. Sony, if Sony gets stuff, I will be a little surprised. Now, I'll understand the business sense of wanting more in terms of financials, but at the same time, like, Sony basically gave them the middle finger the whole time that this process was going. So, I mean, there's a part of me that wants them to basically be like, "No, kick sand. You're not getting any of our games. You've been nothing but a pain in the ass to us." But I don't know if that's how it's going to turn out. Like, I would love for them to do it and reward Nintendo for the fact that they were willing to have calmer heads on it. They looked at the facts, they looked at the situation, and they said, "No, we're good with this."
Yeah. You know something that I'm wondering if they're able to do? Like let's say for example, Sea of Thief comes out and the other platforms, in Nintendo and both PlayStation. Right after like the Xbox logo, if they can put something that would say for example, also available in Game Pass.
Yes.
In every Xbox game they do that. The Call of Duties, the Minecraft, the Diablos, etc. All the games that are Xbox and are another platform. You seeing that logo as a user of another platform, because let's be honest, not every user of the other platform, um, and even Xbox, not everyone is as informed as we are. Like everyone here in the chat and us in the panel, we basically know what's going on, but most people don't, and they start playing these games and they start seeing available in Game Pass, available in Game Pass, they're gonna question. They're gonna be like, "Wait a minute! All these games are in Game Pass, and I'm paying full price for them." I
Sour,
might have to.
you better believe when the next Call of Duty comes out,
Hey,
they are going to have it plastered on there, making it very well aware that this is an Xbox joint. And I wouldn't be surprised if they threw something in there that said, also available on Game Pass.
Yeah, but I'm
Um,
surprised they haven't done it already. Like with some of their other games, like they should be
because
doing it.
Sour, again, I'll repeat
yeah.
myself. Why are the fans complaining about that? Because look what PS Plus is giving them as titles. Why aren't they complaining? And not only that, it gave them a huge price increase. I mean, it's boo. Why aren't y'all complaining? Come on. I mean, if I remember, Silent, do you remember? I think it was two. Was it 2 years ago, or how long was it that they said, "Oh, we're gonna raise the Xbox Live price"? You remember how
Oh,
Twitter went? You remember how everybody went?
Yeah.
Everybody got mad, furious. I mean, everybody's like, ah. I mean, Sour, me and you weren't even podcasting during that point. I think we started podcasting a couple months later, but I remember people talking about it that they
No, I
went out
think I
there.
think we were podcasting already.
We were already.
Yeah.
I think we were a couple months later, but I
No,
remember people
we were
talking
when
about
that
it, saying,
happened.
no, it
Luis.
was only like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize my mic was muted.
Uh, but it was a
Um,
long. I
yeah.
remember when that happened. I remember people just jumped and were mad and everything. And Xbox came around and said, "Okay, let's fix this." Yet Plus goes ahead and raises the prices, but where are the fans asking, "What are you going to give us? What are you going to deliver?" All they said is going to help us better the service. But what are you going to give us
Yeah.
See,
as damn?
I think
Where's
that's just a different business cadence too, right? Because when
Mhm.
Microsoft got that feedback, like obviously some higher up in Microsoft was like, "Hey, you know what would be great is if we made way more money on Xbox Live."
oh,
And so he floated that idea and it became a thing. And then they got the feedback and they're like, "Hey, that's not going to be a thing. This isn't going to
ex-
work. And we need to be better about that. Like we've message well received. We don't want to do that." Sony, though, again, it goes back to the arrogance that they had with PS3 era, right? Where it's like, "Oh, well, you'll buy another one of our consoles and you'll get yourself another job so you can support buying our consoles because we don't care." Like it feels like it's just a different business stance. Like if Sony does something like this, we've seen recently, they don't really care about the optics. Like they'll
no,
do it, and then again, just like you were saying earlier, no one comes to question them about it.
nope,
Anyone that's on the Sony side is like, "Okay, yeah, I mean that makes sense. That's a great idea.
yeah,
That's the company
perfect.
line, and I support that."
I support that.
But if it's Xbox that does it, they flip out.
They flip
So
out.
it's just, I think it's a different stance. Like I think Sony, just like Apple, just like Nintendo, in ways, when they see something, they're like, "You're going to deal with this because you want to be in this ecosystem, and if you don't like it, tough, you're going to buy it anyways." Like that's kind of how they approach it.
You know what else is a different stand?
But
Our next topic.
But before Sour, you move on to the next topic, my good
Nice,
brother. Let me
nice.
say something real quick because hey, I want to ask the chat a question. But before I ask that question, chat, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell. And do not forget to share our content out there. Please, chat, are all awesome and you all rock. And the question to you guys is, chat, are you happy with the news? Not the news, the rumor. My bad. Are you happy with the rumor on Xbox moving games to other platforms? Please tell me. I want to read about your reaction when you guys heard about this rumor. So go ahead, speak it out, and say it with love. Back to you, Sour.
Okay, with love. Wow. Well, with
Ouch.
love, I will present to you the next topic. So we're moving on to the climb, and we got Power World, a game that kind of looks like a Pokemon, I would say. It's a very peculiar game. What we know, well, we got a release trailer. We got the date, which is Friday, January 19. Actually, the day after the developer direct. The latest trailer featured a large amount of pals and field bosses have been released, which they kind of look like gym leaders. It's an open world survivor crafting game up to 32 players. So it's not really like a Pokemon game because it's not your typical like RPG. It's more like a survival game. You gather your weapons and go on an adventures with 100 type of pals. Um, some of the some of the fun facts that, that I was able to gather, I was laughing at this. So you can put your pal to work as a slave labor in factories, and they'll keep working until they die. That's harsh. And there are no labor's law for pals. If things get rough out there, you might also need to eat your pals.
Oh my god, did they
It
really
is,
say that?
after all, a survivor game. Oh my god, that's
Dude,
so horrible.
dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I just honestly like that description and that information is great. Like that sounds so dark and
That
amazing at the
that
same
does
time.
sound dark. If you
That's
guys haven't
amazing.
seen it, I got the trailer here. Let me see if I can play it for you guys. Let's see, just a
Oh
second.
lord, poor guys.
All right, here we go. Hopefully you guys can see it. Hold on. All right, here we go. So remember, guys, at the end of this, the last Friday of this month, we do have community night. So if you guys would like to play this, just write Power World in the chat, or if you like to play any other, multiplayer games for community night, write them down in the chat. Depending on the voting, we will choose what game we will play with you guys, and you guys are free to join us on community night. And it will be Friday after the Xbox International podcast en español, which some of the Spanish team members also they will be playing. They will try to gather also their players, and if we got enough, we can even do some verses. We can play against the other XBI team, so that would be fun also. But going back to the game here, the Power World, I always wanted a Pokemon like kind of like this. Of course, without the guns and all the. I never thought of all the darkness and stuff like that. But
You got the
I
guns,
did.
man. It's always cute to have a Pokemon shoot something, man. What are you talking about? That's cute.
No, but I never thought of anything like that. But
Man, bazookas.
I did think that Pokemon should have, evolve a little bit, or at least, you could keep the
I see
canon,
what
but
you did.
also kind of, kind of like change things up a little bit, like make an open world, kind of like more action orientated, and they don't really like I mean, Silence says it all the time. Nintendo don't tend to take any risks, and with Pokemon, they haven't taken much risk at all. So
And
I don't.
what happened the last time they did it? It crapped the bed.
So
So maybe next time, like, think about what you're trying to modernize first.
but Silent, since you're already there, I actually want to start with you because
He's a big
I
Pokemon
thought
fan.
no, to be honest, his reaction was actually much better than I thought. I thought I would probably need to skip him or something like that because
Oh,
no,
wow.
because
Okay.
he
Okay.
he
He
always
loves
says
Pokemon.
no. He always says that he hates Pokemon.
No, he said he loves Pokemon.
No,
My bad.
I enjoyed the Pokemon games back when it wasn't like the 400th iteration.
Yeah,
Like
that's
back when it was a new idea and it was exciting. Yeah, it was great. But then they drove it into the ground, just like Zelda, just like Mario, just like every other thing that they have, without any real breath of fresh air into it. This looks like a good option for someone who doesn't necessarily like the trajectory that Nintendo's going in regards to something like a Pokemon, who maybe wants something that's maybe grown up a little bit, even though it's still cartoon characters and pocket monsters and all that nonsense. It looks good. It looks good. I liked Ray Cheese comment in here after you made your little detail on it. He said, "Some pals may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make." and I'm right there with him. Like, I will throw those suckers right out there into the battlefield, and if blood is shed, I do not care. Let's capture some more and let's do it again. Let's do it.
Oh
So,
man,
so wait, you're gonna play it? You gonna play it,
Yeah.
son?
Yeah, I'll
Oh
give it a
my
shot.
God.
you're
I'll give it a
evil.
shot.
You're
If
evil,
God,
if
man.
it's good, I'm
He's
good
gonna
with it.
bring his Pokemon love back. Yes, finally a game is gonna bring Silent back. A
I do
Pokemon
love
game.
I do love the fact that they also ripped off the whole Pokeball thing too.
Oh
That
yeah.
trailer,
so-
the non-Pokeball Pokeballs. That's it
Oh,
is a
man.
straight rip-off, and honestly, I am here for it. I kind of hope that they just like smash it out of the park, and
The-
somehow Nintendo sees it and is like, crap. They took our formula and they did something good with it.
They'll probably try
Maybe
to
we
sue
should do
somehow. They'll try to sue somehow.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. It's just like Apple. Apple and Nintendo like to be very soft-spined about other people doing their ideas. But
But you got hopes. But
I
realistically, do you think there's any possibility that this could be as big as Pokemon?
as big as Pokemon, immediately no, because you got to think back, like Pokemon, like even just with the Game Boy games and all that stuff, you're going back to 94, 95. They've had 30 years of Pokemon. This would have to have some serious legs on it for it to actually be able to do that type of thing, to gain that type of install base. But that being said, like I was saying previously, right? Like, there's probably a lot of people out there that have grown up and grown out of Pokemon and are looking for something that still scratches that nostalgic itch. but isn't the same old that they've played over and over again. And this is one of those type of things where it's like it's that, but a little different and maybe a little more grown up in regards to some of the mechanics. And I do think they will probably get quite a few people interested just because of that.
Yeah. Something else that I was able to look into. So these developers, they also develop a game called Craftopia, which I did see in the past. It looked a little bit interesting, but I never got to try it. Have any of you guys tried it? And okay, have anyone in the chat maybe tried that game, Craftopia, and let us know what you think of that game. But moving on to to Plume, should Xbox make risks? I mean, should they make more risks like this and grab deals like this where this could possibly be a flop, but it can also be something big like Silent said. What do you think about this?
Like the game itself, the game looks, or like Xbox getting it into Game Pass.
Like, first of all, what do you think about the game? And then let us know, like,
Yeah.
do you think Xbox should make more, like, risks like this? Like, take risks on games like this that they could be, potentially be huge, but they can also be, like, a major flop. And then, let's say, for example, if this game hits, like, a low, like, let's say a 40 or a 50, everyone's gonna start saying, "Oh, the Game Pass effect and all that." That could kind of hurt them, in terms of, you know, the media talking and all that.
Yeah, I think the game itself is one of those ones that people have been pretty interested in since they first showed it off because of Pokemon comparison. So I think it definitely is a good get for them into Game Pass. I don't really know how much of a risk it is to get this one because people are going to play it, and I feel like it's like the PvP. There's online, like there's going to be a lot of people jumping into it. So to me, it's a no brainer to get this one into Game Pass itself. But I think like from the Xbox perspective, they already do take these risks from like their own first party. So I don't see why they wouldn't want to, which they already do as well, from take risks for getting niche games or smaller games that people haven't heard of into Game Pass, especially if you think about like all the indies that they do get that people have never heard about or would have never heard or played them if it wasn't in to the Game Pass service. Like we've seen the stats. I believe Sarah Bond talked about how people experience like 30% more games on Game Pass that they would have never played if it wasn't in the service. So I think one of the best things about Game Pass, one of the things Xbox should always do is make sure that it has like a diverse genre of games and a diverse style of games. Even if some of them fall flat on their face, they make up for it with the ones that are very successful.
So real quick, before I go to crazy, so Back from the Dead answered my question. He said, Cryptofia was good, not the best crafting survivor, and it gets really crazy late in the game. That's really cool to know. I gotta highlight this comment for this because this really made me laugh. G Maybe says, "Shoot your pal, eat your pal." It's this and army production.
Oh no! Too soon. Too soon. Oh my god.
Oh my god,
dude! Do you remember when he was on the up and up and he had like a really promising career, and then all that cannibalism stuff came out, and they're like, "Yeah, we're distancing ourselves away from Mr. Hammer." He's
yeah. Oh man,
he tried to eat us while we were on the
chat.
set, and yeah.
The chat always delivers. Crazy. So,
What's up, buddy?
first of all, like, what do you think about the game? And then I would like to know your crazy head, your crazy ideas. What would you like to do in this Power World, and or what do you wish this game will allow you to do?
I'll be honest. I'm gonna treat my power worlds really nice. I'm gonna give them cookies. I'm gonna treat them nice. You know, if I'm gonna chase them down, I will not shoot them. I'll give them hugs, kisses. You know, stuff like that. I'll be a nice person in the game.
Does the boss doesn't allow you to like mistreat animals?
She doesn't allow for violence in the household.
Man, I'm just kidding, man.
She took away his guns too.
I'm gonna go nuts, man. I'll be blowing things up. I mean, this is the perfect Pokemon. This is like the Pokemon game I've always wanted. Like, okay, this is Pokemon for adults. Let's go. Let's give it a go. Let's get the pals. Let's go out there. Just blow stuff up. Let's get them. Let's shoot them. Let's do everything. Oh man, this is just perfect. This is just perfect. I mean, seriously, what I'm happy about all this is finally there's something that could actually compete against Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon's been out there, like Simon said, how long now? 30 years? Doing whatever they want. Like, it's not 30 years, probably 24, you know? But dang, dang. It's finally a game that is a Pokemon game for adults. You can shoot, build stuff, do whatever you want, even eat your Pokemon. I mean, that's just crazy. I'm gonna have fun with this game. I'm telling you, as soon as that game lands on Game Pass, January 19th. I mean, I'm even gonna buy it. If it's that good, I'm gonna buy it. I gotta try it. If I love it, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna put it part of my collection because really, after all the trailers I've seen and everything, it looks interesting. I know I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this game. Like I said, shooting stuff, catching all these pals. I don't know how many are there. They should make a Crazy Louie one. It would be nice to have Crazy Louie, running around as a power world. What don't you guys think?
Oh my god.
No,
Anyway.
Yeah, I'll
nobody
send you
wants
out
that.
to the battlefield so you can die out there, and then I'll replace you.
Oh, oh, damn. Chat, what do y'all think? If I become a power world, what do y'all think? Crazy Louie is a power world, yeah. I mean, that'll be awesome. But
You, you do
they
look
gotta
like
give it.
one of them.
Oh man, what do you
But
I'll,
Hey,
I'll put
hold
you
on,
back
hold
in.
on.
Put you back in that Super Ball, and I'll put you back on the shelf
re-
and just leave you there.
real quick, let me answer this question and then I'll kick it back to you.
All right, go for it.
Google Poll asks if Power World is going to PS5, and no, at least not for now. It's going to be an Xbox and PC exclusive, and it's also coming. It's coming to PC Game Pass, right? Also, I know it's coming to Xbox Game Pass, but not sure
I
if.
don't think they confirmed it 100%, but I'm sure it's on
I
Oh,
feel
PC.
like I saw something, but maybe
all
not.
right. 6 hours ago, it says, right, that there are no plans for the game to come to PS5, which naturally means no PS4 version 2. So yeah, Power World developer Pocket Pair. Oh, that's a cool name, Pocket Pair. Confirming an early access launch fact on Steam that there are no plans for the game to come to PS5. So sorry, Sony fans, you're gonna have to, or either get a PC or buy an Xbox. That's what you have to do, or get a
Lou
handheld, or
Ham
get a
Ham has
TV,
a
or
message for you
who does?
right there on
Yes.
screen.
Where? I don't see it.
It's on screen. Don't bust
Oh
open your
wait a
shirt.
minute. All right, hold on, give me a second. Is the screen's not on this? Okay. Don't don't bust open your shirt, Louis. What do you mean bust? Wait. Are you calling me fat, Hammy? Is he calling me fat?
I
Ham
don't know.
Solo, welcome this evening. I hear you're pretty crazy.
Oh,
He
yeah,
is. Oh, he
he
is.
crazy. He
He's
crazy, man. He
crazy.
crazy. He
He's really
crazy, man.
crazy.
He crazy. I love Hammy Ham Solo. Anyways, Rachie with a $2 CH hat. He says the gunk did hurt Xbox's reputation.
Did it really?
Did it really? I
Like
think.
I thought it was like well received. Like of
Mm.
course it wasn't like people were like glamoring like oh how great is how great is the gunk, but a lot of people liked it. They thought it was a nice indie game. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I don't feel like I really heard a lot about it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like I didn't end up playing it, but I think it was just because it landed at a time where I was playing a bunch of other stuff, and it was like, oh, it'll be there when I get to it, and then I just never did.
I played it. It was alright. I mean, it wasn't like a big deal, but it wasn't bad.
It was just a cool, chill out game. I played it for a little bit, and it was just for me. It was not my type of game. It's too chill, too relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
Lou, before I go to the next topic,
What's up?
do you have something to say?
I have
Because
some. I have something to say. Man, if you let me talk, I always got something to say.
I have something to
true.
say. Last in the chat threw something in there that I enjoyed. It says gunk isn't real. It can't hurt you. I appreciate that.
Oh man, like since now, okay, real quick, let me ask chat this question before we continue. Chat, tell me if you're gonna play this game, and what will you do with your power worlds? I mean, I want to know for the chat. I mean, seriously, after you heard what we talked about, what we mentioned about, I
Oh
really
my
want to hear your
god.
thoughts
You
about
really asked the
it.
chat
Yeah,
this question?
I gotta ask them. I'm sorry,
We're
I gotta. Hey, they gotta tell us their opinion.
Yep.
You know,
Hey,
chat's
what's he doing?
important to us. It's not like another person that said that you had to be a member to be important to him. Chat, you're important to us. You gotta talk. So talk, chat. Say what you gotta say with love and care. You know, but go ahead and say it. Speak out, chat. No worries.
be,
So, and like always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit the bell. And not only that, please share it out there so people can come and join the fun. Thank you.
Hey, can I add on to that real quick though?
What's up?
You mentioned love and care. Chat, if you have if you have some sort of recommendation or if there's some sort of critique of how we're doing something, as long as you're like constructive with it, I don't care if you get kind of rude about it. Like I don't mind if you call us assholes and you're like, "Oh, this is the reason." Like as long as you come with a reason as to why you're saying
pause.
something, I don't as long as you have a reason for why you're saying something, I don't care. Like I want the feedback. If you think that Crazy Louie, should fall out of his chair more, or if you think that
What?
Sourblow should sing more, or
Sing.
if you think that Plume should be in another American Pie movie, like that's fine. Just share that information with us, but I have no problem with that.
If you think Silent Cypher should keep the Louis memes, please go ahead and say it too.
No, that's dead.
No,
That's
that's
dead.
that.
That's not that. No, no,
You
no, it's
told
not
mom
that.
and
That is
dad.
that.
That's dead.
That's no, it's not that yet. No, it's not that. Oh man, that Cotto get the five
Oh,
Xbox
damn.
International Podcast memberships.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
there,
much.
Shout
Cotto.
out, bro.
You're the man,
Thank
brother.
you so much.
You the man. Thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right. Well, moving on to the big topic of the day. We're going to the cruise. In the cruise, we have Xbox presented the developer direct finally, and they will be returning January 18. So fans should tune in at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Pacific, and 8 p.m. in the UK. And they have they have shown basically at least 4 games that will be in the developer direct. We have Indiana Jones, the video game, by Machine Game. Surprisingly, like I was not expecting that game to be here. We got Avowed, which we were kind of expecting. We also got Ara History Untold, and then we have Senua Saga Hellblade 2, which we also were expecting. So, based on and right after that, if you guys want to also, view, they will have the Elder Scroll Online. I guess, an expansion probably they're going to show right after that. So, that's there also. But, let's start with you, Silent. Is this lineup enough? If not, like, what else would you like to see? Like, does Xbox still has no games? What do you think?
No, they don't have any games at all because they're all going third party. So it's
Oh, true.
no. I
Oh, by the way,
honestly,
before you continue, they changed our names. I don't know if you saw in the chat. It's not Xbox International. I said we're third party international.
Oh,
I like it. I like it. I like gin also, but we won't talk about that right now.
Oh yeah.
No. So for me, I honestly, when I saw Indiana Jones on there, I was surprised because like maybe it's just because I've kind of gotten cynical over the last few years. COVID kind of did that to me. I feel like pandemic kind of killed off my expectations of what I'm going to see when I'm going to see it, right? And so when I saw Indiana Jones on that, I was like, isn't that too soon? And I was like, oh no, I guess it hasn't. It's been a while. Like they've been working on this for a good while. So I'm excited about that. I think that alone for me is pretty cool. I think though, in regards to what else we saw on there, right? Because Hellblade's listed, I think coming into this thing.
Pause.
Sorry, pause. Oh man, I'm gonna have to start talking completely different in front of you guys. I think going into how about that? Going into this
Going
showcase,
into that doesn't make it better.
Good Lord.
approaching this showcase. Damn it.
It still doesn't sound good approaching it.
So, anyways,
Gentle.
as this
Let's approach it. Nice and gentle. Come here. Come
at the
showcase.
showcase,
I love you.
the fact that we're going to see more stuff from Hellblade, I think it would be a disservice if we don't get a set release date. So I'm hoping, again, we talk about Microsoft and lack of communication sometimes, marketing. It's not always been their strong suit. Show me when, show me when Hellblade is coming. Indiana Jones, like tentatively, this means maybe that it's coming in 2024. I still feel like it's a 2025 personally, because I still feel like this is just too soon, maybe. But I would be really stoked if it came out this year. I just don't know if it will. I'm excited. Again, like Ara and those, that's cool. Avowed, that's cool. But those aren't the ones that are driving my interest.
Let me ask you, like, as you was talking, didn't the wording last year, or maybe I'm wrong, was that the games presented were coming that year? So shouldn't we expect that the games that are going to be presented now are coming this year?
Do you have the
Or
picture?
maybe I'm wrong.
Do you have, well, no, so I think you are correct. One of the times that they did it, they announced like, hey, this will be within the 12-month period. I think that was an E3. That was one of
Okay.
their E3 showcase type of things.
Oh, true.
But on this, did it specify 2024 or anything? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the picture.
I can't remember. I do know that it's called Developer Direct 24, but that doesn't really kind of mean that the games will release 2024.
No, I think that leaves them some wiggle room, right? So they can show this stuff and they can be like, hey, this is coming. This is still, releasing in 2025. I would not be surprised if Indiana Jones was 2025 still. Hopefully it's not any later than 2025, but if they're starting to show stuff, that is a good sign. They don't usually start showing stuff until they're actually in a pretty near release situation, with the exception of Starfield recently. So hopefully this is a sign that's coming up sooner than later. But yeah, no, sorry, I got a little distracted. He maybe threw something in the chat and said that I have to work on my communication skills.
Communicate.
And now I want to pour some vodka in my ears and in my eyes so I can burn away that memory because I feel dirty. But thank you.
You dirty man. You dirty man.
Lou,
what's up?
Let's go with you. Is this lineup enough? Does Xbox need more games?
No, it's not enough.
Should they be showing 20 games per year?
They should be showing 3,000 games per year. That's what they be showing, not 3,000, 100,000. They should show not this gen, next gen, and even the gen after we die, they should be showing. No, we don't want to die yet, but anyways, but yeah. Nah, man, I think it's enough, man. It's a good list. It's a good list. I mean, everything on the show, you got Avowed that they said, whoa, I was amazed to see Avowed on that list. Probably gonna see more of Hellblade. We'll probably get a date. So I hope so, because we really need that damn date, We need it, right? Indiana Jones was something that really amazed me. When was this announced? This was announced what was it, 2021? Was it? Or 2022? I don't remember.
What are you talking about?
The
Wasn't
announcement
it right?
Indiana Jones.
It was right as we were going into pandemic, wasn't it, Plume?
Yeah,
I think
something like that.
I think it
Yeah.
was like spring of. It was
It
like
was right.
January or February of 2020. I thought.
no. 2020, no.
It was right after the acquisition, wasn't
the
it?
acquisition. Yeah, pretty much right after.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So that would have been
Yeah.
19, right?
It could be
Oh,
no.
2021.
2022. I
That's
think it was. I think it was
Yeah.
2022.
Man, time is a weird thing.
Yeah, because
My bad.
it's like the pandemic happened and we just don't remember. Like those 3 years kind of like went too fast or they got lost. I don't know. It was just a weird situation, but I think it was 2022 when they announced it. Yeah, I think it was. But that's when
Trying
it
to
first announced, and now they're
find.
gonna show gameplay and stuff like that. Oh man, I'm really amazed. I'm really amazed. I'm really amazed. I'm gonna be really happy to see about what's gonna come with
It,
that game. What's
I
up?
think it actually might have been 2022 because I
Yeah.
remember it was shown in the showcase that people were then complaining. Some people were complaining that it only had CGI, and then the next year
It didn't even
they
have a CGI.
They
It was.
didn't show anything. They
They
just
showed
showed
no
like
no
anything, man. They
but
just showed
like
like
no
they
no
showed his
not
sable. They showed
I'm
his
not
hat. They showed his whip.
listen I'm not saying this specifically, but I'm saying as the showcase as a whole, people were
Oh,
complaining that there were only like CGI trailers and stuff like that.
oh,
I
okay.
think, and then the following, then they added, gameplay.
Yeah. So it was
For
early
what?
2021.
For what? For Indiana Jones? They never had a gameplay. Indiana Jones. We have not
No.
seen
Oh
gameplay.
my
Oh,
god,
we no, we
are
didn't.
you
It was
even listening?
oh,
You want a timeout?
are
Yes,
you
he
gonna time me
does.
out?
He
What are you?
really does.
What are you gonna time me out for, man? What? You can't wait. This is a new format, so there's no timeout for Lou.
Or
Even
That's
though
you
what
you
you
think so?
think. That's what you think.
that's what I think.
We got a new timeout that your boss comes in and takes
my
you away.
my boss takes me away. Nah, I mean, you know what Ricardo suggested, and that's a weird suggestion that he put on the chat because the silence said, "Hey, chat, if you know anything, open up and say something." Ricardo suggested I should have electroshock therapy on the live podcast. Really nice, Ricardo. That's really nice from you. I mean, why would it be nice for me to have something on my brain and let
Yes.
Silent or Sourblow like punch a button just to shock me? I mean, would you like that? That would be really
Dude, that'd,
amazing.
that'd be like in Ghostbusters when they're
Ghostbusters.
trying to have him guess the cards. They're like, can you
Hmm.
visualize the card? And he's like, oh, it's a 6. Zzz. I could just do that to you every time that you say something knucklehead. Be good.
Knucklehead? Oh man, that would be probably the whole show shocked. No, no, that's not cool. That's not cool. I mean, me being shocked the whole show, that wouldn't be cool, man. I'd be brain fried at the end of the day. But either way, the electricity just runs through me and comes out of me. It doesn't do nothing to me. I know. It's cool. Doesn't do nothing to me. I mean, I'm Lou. What do you expect? I'm always electrified everywhere I go. But oh, we're coming back to
It,
this. What?
is there any other game you would like them to present here?
Oh man. Oh, any other game? They have so many games, that are on the lowdown that we have not heard
Yeah,
about anymore.
and,
Like, for
and so
example,
many that
Contraband.
are actually like possible because like one thing is like saying like, oh, I would like Perfect Dark, but we know that's probably not gonna be there. But they have a lot of games that could actually be shown here.
Hmm, that could be. Contraband is one of them that they should talk more about it.
Oh,
Remember
true. I forgot
Contraband?
about
Yeah.
that game.
Everybody forgets. I mean, you got State of Decay 3 that we just saw a trailer. We didn't see anything else.
No, that one I don't think that's ready to come.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that would be cool if they could actually show something. I think Matt Booty mentioned something about it, didn't he? He mentioned something that he played or something, or didn't he? I don't remember. I don't know. I could be lost.
I think it was him or Phil. They talked about it and they said that they've played it and they like what they've seen so far.
Yeah. Because I already saw something about Fable, which is awesome. Fable rocked. What else? What else could be a game that they could talk about? You already mentioned Perfect Dark, and we have not heard anything of Everwild anymore. And it was mentioned in the chat. Where's Everwild at? Everwild was another game that kind of
Yeah, that
uh,
one got
like
the rumors were that it got a soft reboot.
rumors. It's
Yeah.
always
Yeah, the
rumors on
rumors.
Xbox. The rumors on Xbox, but nobody talks about
Seems,
the rumors on
seems like it
Sony.
was.
I don't get it. Why they don't talk about it? There you
Seems
go. I
like it
shut
was
this
more
up.
than a soft reboot at this point. That
Yeah,
seems like that thing got thrown into the wood chipper and they
yeah,
started fresh because, my God, that
Yeah.
thing's gone radio silent.
Yeah, like all Sony games did too. Nobody talks about that either. But okay, but yeah, that's it.
O- Okay,
Go ahead.
well let's move along because we still got one more segment to do. Um, Plume, should this be the set format for the for Xbox? We saw last year they did the developer direct. Then in summer they had the big kind of like E3, which is not really E3 anymore, showcase. And then after that, I believe they kind of showed some games in other showcase. I think they showed something in Gamescom, and then of course in the Game Award we saw something shown there. So do you think this should be like the new format, or what would you like Xbox to do?
No, I love the developer direct. I think they should just do this a couple times a year, and then
Mhm.
have a big show. And I think that's great. Just getting like a deeper look at just a couple of games, and it keeps people's attention. It doesn't overdraw or it doesn't make the show too long, and put in a bunch of stuff that people may not care about. So I love what they're doing. This. I think they said that they were going to try to do more of these throughout the year. So I'm expecting some more before the
Oh,
end of
I hope so.
2024. Yeah, no, I like this format. I think it's good.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think eventually, if they get to that goal they want, which is like one big game every like quarter, I
Yeah.
feel like with that game and probably with some like third party exclusive or some games from Game Pass, they could probably do one every for each quarter and just focus on that. That would be nice. I would prefer that.
Yeah. And when it comes to Indiana Jones, we have been getting some more info out of
Ooh,
it over the last couple of
insider
days.
news.
Oh, that could I should I wait till till the next statement in case we get insider news, because this could be it, but I won't. I'll just let it out. So I don't know if you guys have been seeing, but on Twitter and stuff, we've been seeing stuff about the name that apparently has been found by some data mining through links that have been registered. Uh, in the Activision Blizzard documents, they had originally wanted to release the game in fiscal year 2022 before the pandemic hit. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if this is a 2024 release. That they've just been holding the cards close to their chest. I'm actually kind of thinking it is, which is pretty crazy to add this to their lineup of games that are already coming out.
Yeah,
So I'm
and what is
pretty
that name?
excited.
What is that name?
The Great Circle, Indiana Jones: The Great Circle.
the great circle of life.
I can already see it right now. Someone's going to Photoshop that to be Indiana Jones and the Great Circle of Jerks.
Oh
Oh,
man.
Lord. Oh,
All
Lord.
right. Well, the last question I got for you guys is, will there be a shadow drop? If
Woo!
so, what do you think it will be? Let's start with you, Silent.
I don't know if they're going to actually continue with that cadence. I would like it. Like it'd be cool to see every now and then, but I don't think they're going to do it as like a regular thing. Yeah, that's that's all I got for you.
So your pick is nothing.
No, I honestly like. I just don't really think that we're going to see, a shadow drop. Like it would be cool, and it sounded like there for a second maybe we were going to see that one that. Oh goodness, what was the what's the group? I'm forgetting
Kiln?
the name. The guys that
Double
did
Fine?
Brutal Legend. Yeah, Double Fine. There we go. It sounded like maybe we're going to see that kill in the game, but I don't know. I just get a feeling that maybe we're not going to actually see any surprises like that. Like I think with Pow World coming out like the day after, I don't know if you really want to throw something else there in the works. Like you've already got something right there available for someone the next day.
Okay, but what's their final pick? If you had to pick, choose.
If I had my own way and I could get anything I wanted that dropped in there.
Or
Um,
yeah,
honest,
exactly.
honestly, like I think it's kind of disappointing. It sounds like we're not going to see anything from the ABK stuff. I would love just a surprise drop of those games into Game Pass. I think that would be an awesome shadow drop.
Okay, well, you guys heard it here. Silent Cypher says that all the ABK games will drop that day, and if it doesn't, he will buy you guys all an Xbox. Yep,
Oh
he
my
said
gosh!
it.
Yeah,
Oh my
totally.
god!
No, you if it doesn't, you can go onto Twitter and you can call me an asshole.
Oh, no, that's not good.
No, we take the Xbox.
And I will put all that feedback right in its appropriate bin. It'll be fine.
All right, well,
Lord.
Crazy Lou,
Awesome.
what's the shadow drop?
What would be a shadow drop for me? I mean, if it was like a huge, like something amazing from Xbox, I would like for it to be Stalker 2, man. If it was for me,
Ooh.
I would love it to be Stalker 2.
Actually,
If it
shout
actually
out
happens.
to C Money and On Point. I was actually listening to them, and that's C Money pick also. He thinks
Ah,
Stalker 2,
he
which
does. See?
personally,
Big
that's
man,
probably my most anticipated game for 2024. But I don't think that will be Shadow Drop. No,
That
not at
would
all. No.
They would have
Huh?
to drop like the biggest bag of money on them
Exactly.
to make it worth it, right? Like, if
Especially
you
with like everything going on with that studio. Yeah.
yeah,
It
I
can't
mean like
none.
they've oh,
Sorry,
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Soccer 2 can't be a shadow drop because we know it's coming out. We had no idea about Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the
True.
word Shadow Drop.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true. Shadow Drop means it's an unknown game. Yeah, it's right. My bad.
If we're being all technical, I guess, then fine. Jeez.
Man, that took away all my experience because we don't even know what game it would be then because Jesus, it was like Hi-Fi Rush. It was just well, I don't know then. I mean, that just took everything away.
you gotta say it. You gotta say the title. You
Well,
gotta
what
know
title?
it.
What title should I say? Just a
All
Shadow
right,
Drop.
fine. Let's move on
There's no
to
title. It's like Hi-Fi
let's
Rush. We only knew about it when it came out, basically. Oh, there's Hi-Fi Rush. Oh, there. Oh, what's that? Oh, cool. Let's go play. You did not know about it.
fine. You guys took away the fun.
They
Let's
took away the fun. Yeah.
let's
That's
go
why I'm here.
on. Let's go on to our last and final
I thought
segment.
I thought we were gonna ask you one more thing. Oh, before that. Oh, Silent, when you were commenting, Megalodon sent
When you were
a
what?
one when he was commenting, when he was talking. So he meant, hey,
When
he
I
was
was
he was
when I was cementing the bond between us and the
Oh
chat.
my.
Megalodon Foster sent a Colombian peso 1,900. Wait, what? 1,900 Colombian pesos, saying 100% agreeing with you, brother.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
found it here. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it.
Ah, there you go.
100. Wait, that's
That's
another one actually.
well,
Or is that the one?
that's the one.
Okay,
1,000.
okay.
Yeah,
All
1,100
right.
Colombian peso.
Glad to
Peso
see someone.
colombiano.
Glad to see someone agreeing.
All right. Let's move on to tower control. So let me explain to you guys what is tower control.
Oh, that's a new
Cypher's
song.
roast meal. But
So tower control is a new segment in our show where we will spin the wheel you see here. It's a little bit colorful, but I couldn't find another one. But basically, whatever it lands on, that's what we're going to end the show with. So some of the options are the poll of the week, sweet and sour, the insider news, a question from the chat. So you can start writing your questions, or we might answer a few if we have time. And last but not least, silent roast meal, which I guess should we explain it if it lands, or should we explain each and every one of them now?
I say explain when it lands.
When it lands, okay. All right. So let's spin it, and it landed on questions from the chat.
Oh Lord!
I guess you don't really need to explain that one.
I need to
So
explain that one. It's gonna be messy. That one's gonna be messy. Chat.
Oh, this
so
should be
let's
good.
see there. First question I see: is there a studio we still don't know what they are doing? Interesting question. Is there a studio we don't know what they're doing.
So I responded on it earlier, actually, right before this happened. But I I I think there's honestly probably quite a few projects that we don't know about at this point. Like there's probably a lot of things that are in the works that we just really don't have a lot of idea about now, because you look at the amount of dev teams that they have now versus what they had, and we know that some of them have bounced off and like started making other smaller projects.
Yeah.
Like who knows at this point? Like there's probably, if they wanted to, they probably could do more shadow drops. Whether they will, who knows? But yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like for
Quite a few.
example, Roundhouse from Bethesda.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a clue what they've been working on, and they've been working on something like for a while. So we kind of don't know that. Um, any other studio you guys want to chime in?
I'm looking at all of like the first party
Mm.
Xbox game studios outside of Bethesda, and I think we know at least one game each one of those are working on. So I can't think of any.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think we do at least.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so Mark Smith says, "Does anyone know if that idiot phone had landed on a gas giant yet?"
I told you this was gonna be messy.
Oh my god!
Given, you know what? Given some of his recent rants on different shows, yeah, I'd say he landed on it, because it sounds like he is high on something, some sort of methane-based product or something.
Oh Lord.
Dude is tripping.
He probably landed a planet boner. The gas giant boner.
Oh man!
Luke in the
Riot
chat.
says,
Good evening, dude.
"Why Sour hates Xbox? I don't hate Xbox. I love Xbox. I love what they're doing. That's why I'm in their ecosystem. But I'm not gonna applaud like everything they do. So that's that's my thoughts on it. Oh man! All right.
Oh my God.
Well,
What's up? You gonna say something?
no, go ahead. You were gonna say something.
Oh, they got one more question to go to. I don't know. One more chat? No.
All right,
Nothing?
last question, chat. Last question. One more
Last
question
chat.
from
One
the
more
chat.
question. Yeah,
Let's
come
see.
on, come on.
It better be a good one.
Who is?
Wait, I can't see it yet.
Okay. So,
That's not it.
This one?
yep.
Who is the most likely panel member to be in first in the power? Actually, here, I'll do this. Let me see. I'll do one better. Let me see. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
What are you gonna
I'll
do?
do
I
one
don't
better.
know what he's doing.
What are you gonna
I'll
do?
do one better.
What are you gonna do? Oh
Just
Lord.
give me a few seconds. Hold on.
Oh Lord. Here we go. Here we go. What are you gonna do? What are you doing, Sour? What are you doing? Sour?
You'll see. You'll see.
What do you mean you'll
will
see? Oh Lord. Chat,
You will
quick,
see.
quick,
We're-
quick.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Crazy.
that's a good question right there.
Yeah,
Where
while
you
he's doing that, throw that one out there.
It says, which is first, Gear 6 or new Halo? That's a good question.
Year 6.
Gear 6?
Gear 6. Gear
I
6
agree,
for
Gear
sure.
6. Please let it be first. Please, we need a Gear 6. We need it. I don't know why, but I'm missing it. Are you guys missing Gears? I'm missing Gears.
Yeah, I'm missing Gears
Yeah.
badly. I want a
I'm
new
missing
one.
Gears. I'm missing Gears badly.
I'm done waiting. I want to see it this year.
You know, it's almost like we need a Marcus Phoenix collection.
That would hold me over for quite some time. So if they do that, that'd be good.
Be nice.
So,
That'd be nice.
wait, what?
So I have a poll in the chat.
What?
We're gonna let the
This
chat
should be easy.
decide.
We're going to let the chat decide? Oh my God.
We are
Actually,
gonna let the
yes,
chat decide.
somebody voted for Sourblow, yes. But wait, there's 6 votes and 83% with me? Why? Why would I? Oh, okay, it's going down. Plume's for Sourblow.
Because you're fluffy. You're fluffy.
I'm fluffy. So
Sweet.
wait,
More meat.
more meat.
We will last the longest if we eat you.
I think they actually they broke my they broke my tab. Like I couldn't. I gotta close it because it was like frozen for a while.
Oh Lord.
Wait,
Oh,
why does Silent have 0 votes? Nobody wants to eat Silent.
And what
That's because I'm a sour, grouchy ass old man. No one wants to eat me.
then we should.
They're like that guy's close to death anyways. He's already 11. It doesn't matter. He's gonna
Oh,
die soon.
then why me? Is it because I'm chubby or what? That's mean, guys. You all calling me fat?
Easiest to catch, easiest to cook, and we get the most.
Hey,
that's
hey,
the best answer.
hey,
Actually, that's the
hey,
best answer.
hey, I may be chubby, but I run fast, guys. I'm a fast runner.
We're not calling you fat.
All
We're
right.
calling you big boned.
Big
It's
bone.
fine.
Okay. Basically, I'm a
Lou,
cartoon.
while the poll keeps running, it's time to land the plane.
Slam the plate. Oh. Oh Lord. I'm not gonna get away with this, man. Already chat has me 67%. Oh man, come on, chat. Vote for Seth. I don't know. Can I vote? No, I can't vote, damn it.
Exactly. You're not going to get away. That's why we would say that you're going to be the first one to die. You're not getting away. Those stubby legs aren't running fast enough.
Oh, you wanna bet? Hey man, I used to run track and field and win first place. Where the heck are my medals at?
That sounds like a 150 beer story to me.
It's true. I used to run track and field, man. Hey, I got sexy legs. I mean, you want me to show you all my legs? I'll show you all my legs. Wait,
And what he means to say is he used to run track and fields concession stand.
I got sexy legs, man. Sexy big legs.
All right, Lou, let's land the plane. Let's land the plane.
all right. Hey, chat. Happy New Year to you all. It was a fun episode, really. You guys rock. You kept it rolling. You guys are awesome. It was really fun. Thank you all for coming back to the show, even though we were off for 3 weeks. Really, thank you and appreciate all those awesome super chats, all the awesome gift memberships, and all the stuff you guys do. It's awesome. Thank you so much. So now, outros. Let us begin with our captain, Silent Cypher. Please tell everybody, sir, where they can find you.
Real quick before I do that, I want to say Raichi made a very good point. Silent 47 has a 100% survival rate.
Wait, what? So what? I don't.
No.
Anyways, definitely not.
So as far as where you can find me on Friday this week, actually, on Mr. Boomstick's show on Double Barrel Gaming's podcast. Boom and Friends on Friday morning. Sorry, 8 a.m. for me. So that's going to be what, 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern for the rest of you folks. So if you are able to swing by in the morning, feel free to come hang out with us, join in on the conversation. We'll be hanging out. And besides that, I might be doing some more Jackbox Party Pack with folks on Twitch this weekend. So keep an eye on Twitter. If you see it on there, and if you guys want to join in, just shoot me a message or just respond. If you have me on Xbox, feel free to shoot me a message there. It's Silent Cypher on pretty much everything social. So wherever you want to reach out, you're more than welcome to. And if you want to play any of that, let me know. You do not have to own the game. All you have to do is join in on the Twitch stream, and then you can watch what's happening, and you just use your phone as your controller. It's super easy. It's a lot of fun. It gets out of hand really fast, and hopefully we can start doing that some more. It's a fun way to end an evening, and everyone becomes a horrible human being when we play that game. Besides that, like I said, social media, you find me all over the place as Silent Cypher, and that's about it, except for I'm working on maybe some voice work stuff to be continued.
Man, awesome.
Chat, thank you guys so much. It's been one hell of a show today.
Has been, especially what Udani Quesada said. You have the survival rate of Kenny from South Park. Thank you, Udani. Thank you.
That's accurate.
What? No. Hey, but wait a minute. Kenny actually has the best survival rate in South Park. Why? He dies in the episode, but he comes back for the next, so he never dies. Ha ha! Oh yeah, I'm a Kenny. Let's go.
That makes no sense.
No.
They killed. What? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, man. He comes back from the dead. He never dies, man. Have you ever seen Kenny
Sure.
die? Kenny
Sure.
never dies. He's like, oh my god, they killed Kenny, you bastard! But then he comes back the next episode. So he isn't that though. But
Lou,
anyways,
here.
what? Why you gotta do that?
Yes.
Why you gotta do that? That's not cool.
Throw some of that crazy Louis in prison in the chat if you promotes.
Oh Lord. But anyway, Sourblow, please, sir, tell everybody where they can find you.
All right. Before I do say where you can find me, for the channel members, in the banner, I think I got some of them mixed up, so please excuse me. I will fix that for next episode. Also, let us know in the chat what game would you like us to play with you guys for community night. Let us know. It could be Halo Infinite. It could be Power World. It could be Fall Guys. It could be anything.
All guys, party animals.
It could be Party Animals too.
Yeah, don't forget about.
But
party
don't play
animals.
with Silent. He cheats. But
No, he doesn't. Silence the
no,
best drop kicker
he's
out there.
pretty good. He's pretty good.
He's got clips
But-
of him kicking my ass everywhere.
But you can find me Twitter, Sourblow 18, Xbox Sourblow 18. Of course, you can find me here Wednesday, but you can also find me sometimes on Friday on Xbox International en español with Eternal Shaddai, Elvio, sometimes ASCAP, sometimes unfortunately Crazy. But yeah, that's that's basically everywhere you can find me.
What do you mean, unfortunately, me, man? I'm out here like all proud and stuff, and then I say, hey, unfortunately, what do you mean, unfortunately, me? You bastard. That's me, man. That's just me. That was nice. That wasn't nice. And speaking about nice, Plume, please tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
You can find me Plume Network on YouTube Monday to Friday, and I'm gonna start doing a just like solo stream on Sunday nights at 9. So if you want to come hang out, drop by there. And then Plume
Taking
Network
shirts off?
No.
I can do you for that if you want to.
Yeah, you guys trust me. You don't want to see me at this after becoming a dad. It's all gone. It's all gone downhill. And social and all the social networks, Plume Network.
Sweet. Where can we find the crazy one?
Simple and easy. You can find the crazy one in jail. Hell no, man. I'm free.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy. Oh, look, 56%. Yes, it got lowered.
Lou is making a bunch of accounts trying to vote for everyone else.
It's simple and easy. You can find me on Twitter at Crazy Louis Gaming, where I do good morning videos and do all sorts of crazy stuff. Guys, I know I haven't been posting a lot, but trust me, I will start posting. And also you can find me on Mondays at the Xbox Lunch Week Special over there, the Double Barrel Gaming YouTube channel with Mr. Boomstick, Mr. Fuzzy Boobideer, and Mr. Web Dave. And like always, here on Wednesdays with this cool and handsome fellows in the Xbox International Podcast. So, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell so it can tell you when next BI content comes on. And remember, let's go, let's rock, and
let's eat Louis. Yeah.
Man, you've been watching that movie, man, too much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off this live stream. On behalf of Xbox International, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we're looking forward to seeing you aboard next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.